Bat. Wait, aren't you a little scrawny to be a supervillain?
Well, I'm not a villain. I am Edgar Allan Poe, the famous American poet.
What are you doing here? Gotham's no place for poets.
Actually, I'm a Gothic poet, and Gotham is a Gothic city. Gotham, Gothic.
Huh, I never thought of that.
Plus, I'm dead, so that makes me even more Gothic.
That's creepy.
Exactly. In fact, Batman, you fit into the realm of Gothic literature quite nicely. Like me, you are a Gothic figure.
I don't buy it. You can't compare me to a weenie like you.
Yes, you are, and I can show you using my Gothic poem, The Raven. First, let's look at the imagery. The Raven is a well-known and prodigiously used image in many dark tales, much like the bat. The Raven and the bat are both Gothic symbols.
That's not the same.
Is that so? Next, take the narrator of my poem. He is a man who pines for his lost lady, Lenore.
What's the connection?
You can't keep a girlfriend to save your life. Face it, Batman. Your favorite color is black. You have the bat as your symbol. You delve into the worlds of evil, fear, and madness in your fight against crime. You live in a city that is crawling with corruption and vice. You are, whether you like it or not, a player in the genre of Gothic literature.
Alright, fine. You win. I fit into Gothic literature. I don't like your Gothic poetry.
Why ever not?
Well, 'cause it's hard. I just don't get it.
Oh, Batman, why didn't you say so? It is a simple matter to teach you some basic concepts that will help you understand poems. Developing poetic literacy takes practice, but this can be a start.
Okay, let's do it.
Excellent. First, let's look at the poetic device known as the metaphor. A metaphor is a comparison between two seemingly unrelated things. For example, you use a metaphor every time you call yourself the Dark Knight, because you are not, in fact, running around Gotham wearing a suit of 11th century armor.
Oh, I get it.
In The Raven, the narrator reads books to distract himself from his grief over his lost love, Lenore. He is visited by a raven who repeatedly says the word, nevermore. Because the narrator will never again see his love, the reader can conclude that the raven is a metaphor for the narrator's grief.
Whoa, that's deep, man. What's next?
Next, we shall look at repetition.
What's next?
Repetition, 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 repetition.
What's next?
Oh, knock it off, Batty. Haha, I get it. You're so funny.
That's priceless.
So, based on what I have already said, what is a word that is repeated in the poem?
Nevermore.
Correct. Repetition is used to bring further emphasis upon a word or idea. If a word is repeated, the author wants the reader to pay special attention to it. So, the raven repeats the word nevermore, and what is the raven a metaphor for?
The narrator's grief.
Exactly. So what can you conclude from the metaphor and the repetition?
If the raven is a metaphor for his grief, and it keeps repeating the word nevermore, then, I guess I can conclude that the poem indicates his grief will never end.
Wonderful! Congratulations, Batman. You have just interpreted your first poem.
Wow, I didn't know poetry could be so interesting. You know what? I'm proud to be a part of Gothic literature. Thank you very much, Edgar.
Don't mention it. Well, Batman, it's been a pleasure, and I'm glad this meeting has proved educational for you.
Did someone say educational?
Oh, not you again.
Sorry, Superman, this is a Gothic-only party.
Yeah, The Gothic world isn't for Boy Scouts like you.
But I totes could have a dark side.
Whatever, Clark. Why don't you go home, bake some Girl Scout cookies with your heat vision?
Rude! You guys are jerks.
Is that so? Next, take the narrator of my poem. He is a man who pines for his lost lady Lenore.
Wait, you mean like Rachel?
No, Lenore.
Where's Rachel?
I don't know who Rachel is.
Where's Rachel?
Who is Rachel?
Rachel! So, what should we do now? You want to hang out?
Sure. Do you want to get some frozen yogurt? I could hit some froyo right now.
No, let's go to Starbucks. I need a tall, sugar-free decaf soy caramel macchiato. Pronto.
What is that?